EG.com.
Overpass is where we're headed right now in Davenport University. Well, it might be hoping to get a little bit of a hotter start on this map. The comeback, it happened a little bit on Vertigo. They needed 2 of them. They only found 1 of them. Now they're going to need maybe just a lack of a comeback. Strong start here, Boggs. What do you think?
Playing from a lead? I think that's a good strategy in terms of trying to win a map. It's sound logic, you know, you don't have to trail, or at least you keep it close, and it's not like a major comeback. It's like, okay, you claw back a couple rounds, take the lead, and then you can sprint forward. Just don't go down 6-0, I think, is the main thing. That's a good start with Dayton Doming Jr. Pugg stuck in pit, gets removed by a rush. Bomb plant forthcoming as Spec drops to the hands of George. The scale forward from EG, swarming the site. The Glock's at range, or close range, I should say. Oh, wait, hold on, Corn.
All right.
Where?
Here we go.
He came down lower.
They were pushing into graffiti. Corn catches them. Those are 2 huge cracks. To see if he can find more. Stansel sidestep in only for 1. Leaves it all to Walco. Walco was great on Vert. They need it again. He can't find the head. And that's going to be a pistol round. Finally won for Davenport University. The Tides, they are a turning.
But the bomb did go down for EG. They can force up here with Galils and challenge Davenport here. It's not a safe situation for DU. We'll see what EG want to buy, if they do want to buy. Scout for Junior, Galil up for Stan. They're going in. Davenport cannot rest. They cannot relax. They're full investing, but even a bomb plant still gets another buy out of EG. So another bomb plant might just be kind of on the cards, but of course if they win, then they really start to topple Davenport the early going and try and string things out to a solid T start.
Long's not going to be contested here, and they're going to take full advantage. Austin's trying to come back to express some presence here, but as they clear out tree, Austin, if he's peeking into this, oh, he's been spotted. No kill just yet, no damage even. Do you expect George to be so close? The flashbang not effective. The kill from Junior is. That's not a bad one for one. Obviously, you're pretty happy if you're Davenport and you take George out of the round, but the flip side is a 1-for-1 exchange now means you got split defense. 2-2 towards either side of the map. And an info push from Davenport to try and take back a little bit of control here. They're going to gain some positioning outside of construction and maybe rotate a third up off of that info, or lack thereof.
This 2-2 can very easily be exploited. It's just how much utility will EG use? Will they telegraph anything at all? Pugg's looking for a long spot. Has the scout towards truck to cover as well in the hands of Spec. Junior ready to cross long, has changed to the Galil. He's gotten rid of the scout. Walco on the A1S, picked up from the fallen body of Austin. And it's going to be the A hit here with about 30 seconds to go. Utility starting to fly on forward. Pugg has an HE, backs to big, tosses that one out. And it does a decent amount to Stanislaw, a little bit to Walco. Bomb, though, should be free to plant. There's a very defensive defense from DU. And Junior already deals with Pugg. Stand up on top of green. Takes out Spec. It's a good dice box jump up and save call from Davenport. Surely at this point, they don't really have much of a chance back into this round.
Yeah, that's a tough pill to swallow early. Backing away from it. That one's going to sting. Feel kind of stinky all around if you're Davenport. Finally won a pistol.
Yep.
And you're forced right into the save in the second round. Upgrades given over to EG. Kills found. Pressure applied beautifully. So, hot start not to be. Boggs, you spun the yarn of what could be. Spring round and it comes to pass. Are you a soothsayer?
I will not claim to be.
Sounds like what someone would say if they were trying to throw me off the trail.
Well, that's also something that could be used for any response.
This is vague and non-committal. Are you a witch, Boggs?
That I have not. No.
It's a witch. Burn the
No
witch. Burn the witch. All right, let's see if either of these two rifles can make magic happen. They've gone for a bit of armor. They've gone fully into the force buy, right? So they got decent utility.
Yep.
They've got Deegs. There's some armor up. But it's really going to be up to these rifles to make a difference in this round. And EG, here's the round where you make good on the last.
Gotta be wary of the 5.7 and the Deagles, though. Pistols up close range can do a lot of damage.
They got the stack in the right place.
Problem. George will play with fire. It looks like he will get out unscathed for now. Ooh, does a bit of a deal with corn. Very non-committal start.
Yeah, they're trying to probe. They're trying to figure out where this stack is. They're assuming that something cheeky is going on from Davenport, and they're correct. And George having encountered two, including, I believe he saw the rifle, and killed one.
Yeah.
It's actually tricking the rotate from Davenport down. This is interesting. I'm not sure what they've seen. Whether it's just George operating as the solo unit is the tip-off for them. But it seems like we're going to get everybody on the right side. Oh, here comes the massacre. Here comes the swings. There comes the damage. Corn drop low. And it's starting to fall apart here for Davenport. They read it right. Dangerous. Trying to make it still something that they can build upon. Russian coming through the flank is on, and Junior will deal the finishing blow.
Good mop-up job by EG. They keep 3 up. Davenport won't be able to invest into this round. It'll be the pistols, the USPs. Just looking for a little bit of chip damage, maybe a gun to save. And EG, though, have the op for Junior. Gonna try and get him activated on the big green early. The rest of the squad just going around getting kills, stacking up to a 3rd round, and then dealing with the first full buy from Davenport, which actually... Okay, Dane has actually saved for the op, so Davenport can get the big green in the next round in the hands of Spec. That's going to be critical. Spec's going to have to land some shots. He did good last map. Not really fully able to get... Oh, a stack push onto George. He can't get anything. Junior and Rush trying to salvage things, and there's a gun in the hands of Spec, but not for long. Junior deals with him. And one more kill for Junior. Walko with the last. Bit messy, but overall, not terrible for EG.
No, it's fine. A little spicier than perhaps it could be. Limitations of the A1S. Not the rifle you want when there's 3 million CTs in your face with USPs. You'd like its cousin or its distant uncle, the AK. Not available. That's okay. All's well that ends well for the evil geniuses. No big blows to the economy. Op is up for Spec. You highlighted him. Said he's got to perform here. Well, right now he's positioned out towards long, and evil geniuses are taking tons of space here. Junior, spicy with this peek. Trying to fly around here. Took a bit of spam damage on the entry, but he's not been punished, so he's going to go looking in towards B to see if he can't pop it ahead. Oh, that flashbang is brutal. Corn under so much pressure. Here, he's going to get the kill. He's being whittled down, but they got to clear out by the storm drain. I don't know if that's known. Molotov airbursts. That's a problem. And Davenport actually going to be able to hold up here for the moment. Junior, his kill is as much about distracting as it is about killing. Hoping that they forget about Stanislaw, but, well, Stanislaw's going to remind them, and he's actually just trying to hold the presence here while his teammates work up connector. Stanislaw right now... Sorry, go ahead, Bog.
Oh, yeah. I was going to say, the 4v4 does give a lot of space to EG to work with, and they just destroy Spec. Walko on the wide swing. Opper's gone. Ace side open. Bomb going down. Should be a 4th unless the fast rotate of Austin can find something quickly. But the lack of a defuse could also kind of kills any chance they have of a round victory. Davenport University looking down the barrel of a save situation here. And, man, that's just awful for EG, or for Davenport. They had the op up, and it gets nothing. Yep, save call.
I mean, it has to be.
Kind of have to.
It has to be. There's no option here. There's no chance at a retake. You don't even have a kit, much less utility, right? I mean, this had to be a save call out from Davenport. But hey, I mean, you talked about Junior. Didn't quite impress you in the last one. Didn't need to. Well, he's frying to start things off here. 8-1, Boggs. What do you think of that?
I think it's a good start. I want 40 kills from him in this game.
You are a tough customer, I tell you what.
He's on pace for it.
Yeah, there you go. And it's 20-10. With 81 ADR, 1.5 rating in the last map, and Boggs says, I want more.
I always want more. That's why you never want to play a sport for me. Never satisfied.
Never satisfied. Strel's nades. Oh, is that right on the money? No, not quite. It wings dangerous, but they're a little deeper up on this boost. Actually, Rush takes a lot of damage back the other way. So spam effective here for Davenport. They won't know how effective. Let's see what they can find. George working solo dolo here outside of A, as he has done quite a bit early on for the Evil Geniuses. Junior close at hand. They're trying to work some space in towards the site. Circumventing the one rifle so far. Oh, the USP flank for Spec could actually be huge. Junior's not looking for this. I think his drop down from party may have just been heard. This is the bomb as well. This is going to get weird. They haven't seen anybody. At some point, they have to realize that it could be the wraparound, and actually Stan is here to secure it. So now they can't. They can't flank. Stan will make sure of it, and that is just in the nick of time. There was a window of opportunity there, and it's a window that, at least for the moment, will stay missed.
They're giving so much time.
Although, Stan has to throw a smoke here. All right, Austin, here's your big moment. Here's your time to shine. He's got the one that drops the bomb. Got to do more than this, though, and he's not going to be able to. Pugg got a kill elsewhere. Man advantage available. Damage onto George and Stan. They're not invulnerable. That's a heck of a shot, but look at the damage. That was a collat with the dig. Nearly killed both of them, but it was a body shot, and so not a kill. And George is going to get spicy with it, slipping in the flank. Dane will find this kill, but does he expect George to actually wrap around towards Bank? No, George is going to come back, play jump. And that was, in fact, red. A defuse on a second round on the board here for Davenport.
EG taking way too long to make a play in that round, though. They're giving so much time and space to Davenport, where the flanks are able to come through. Flank from long, flank from con, flanks on flanks on flanks. And EG are just chilling out top bathrooms with about 25 seconds to go. They have to sprint into the site after things start to go wrong. They have to rush a play. It's too long, too much respect, I would say, honestly, for EG in that round. And sometimes you take too long, you get caught. That's what happens right there. They've given momentum back to Davenport, something to build off of. And EG, they still are out of the reset zone for now. They have Davenport somewhat tucked in there, but Spec, that's the op. That's what they need, Davenport. They need Spec to go do stuff like that. Con, pick, rush, gone. Perfect start. Let's see if that spurs EG on with a faster move. Huge duel by George. Austin removed. That's a big evener out to a 4-on-4 split defense with a good amount of time to work with. Just don't fall into that trap where you turn into 2015 Na'Vi hitting the side at 6 seconds.
Still plenty of time here, but the information gained by that, right? This is going to be huge. Outside of construction. It doesn't mean the bodies are away. And, oh, they spotted one more here by the side. Walker's just begging. Come on, give me a peek. Give me a look. Give me something. And Pugg's going to give George a peek instead and make it work. He was very much the isolated player. Now they're backing away. They thought they had him between a rock and a hard place. Turned out he was the hard place. And as they're getting in towards B with no information, Davenport are trying to read this, trying to figure out where this is actually headed. And I think they're going to realize Pugg's going forward. He's finding nothing. But eventually he's going to send Korn back down towards B. This is going to be really well set up from Davenport. They still have to execute, but they've got everything working their way. And this should be a really tough ask of Evil Geniuses.
Time. 20 seconds. And they're finally running through. They have about 10 seconds to get the bomb down. Get sight and get the bomb down. It's not enough time. Dane gets one kill, could ruin everything. He's got the big one he needs, and it's over. It's done. EG are out of this round.
Nope, not yet.
Unless Holy moly, Walco. He's 4 HP though.
Oh, the Molotov's too late. He got the bomb down. Oh,
Wow.
no. If he plants back pillar, he could win that round. Had no idea. I thought the player might be coming from heaven instead. And my goodness, Boggs. 3 seconds of difference on that one, man. That was wild.
But if they can take the site with a little more time, they don't have to rush in. They don't have to take bad fights. This clock play from EG, it's too slow. It's putting them in a bad spot. They don't have time to really allow the parachute to unfurl before they hit the ground. They're hitting the ground and smack. Yeah, they might be able to stumble away with bomb plant, but after that, there's nothing they can do. Walco even being able to get the bomb down is impressive. Those 2 kills were insane.
Yeah, they were.
It shouldn't even have gone down. Davenport should have had the kills. It should have been over. And now EG have no utility. They're pretty much bottom of the barrel economy. And they're looking to rush into B. There's 3 here. The smoke fade.
They re-smoke it. Oh, they were spotted. Corn figured it out. Check both sides. I think the smoke actually ticked into the player, and that's what tipped him off. But that's a massive misstep for EG early on. I mean, 3 players here. They're just trying to throw good money after bad. Chase it on down. Walco, 1 for 1 here. I mean, this is a non-starter. 55 seconds. What do you even have going on? Complete catastrophe. George is going to try and make some magic happen. It's George and Junior, right? Oh, Junior. Junior, you saw him. Am I crazy? Did the X-ray betray me?
I think it did.
Well, no, I'm pretty sure he saw the edge of that player. I might be crazy here. X-ray might have betrayed me on that one, but whatever the result, it's going to be a clean one for Davenport. Only 1 player lost, and that is exactly what the doctor ordered here.
That's a solid start to their CT side where they really need to get something going here. And EG, they get picked off 1 by 1. Trying to play around that smoke, they get punished. Everything falls apart from there. They're going to call a timeout here, hopefully to fix things. Because, yeah, they might have 4 rounds on the board. They should have more. And the way they've been playing in the last few has been lackluster at best. And they really need to retool things and fast, or else Davenport are going to get off to the races here. And the kind of talking point we had coming into this one, Davenport maybe try not to make the comeback work, but just, you know, keep a lead or keep it close. They're keeping it close right now. They're on pace for a lead, as EG are not going to have money to buy into this round. Pistols, maybe some light armor. It's not going to be pretty. A bomb plant would be nice, but a couple of kills is probably the best they can hope for. They're buying utility, Tech 9, P250, Deagle's probably coming through on a player or 2. Unless they're going to 3 Glock out. And okay, 2 Glock out, 1 Glock out. Junior with the Glock, P250s, Tech 9s. A plant decently viable given the utility they have.
Yeah, I mean, the thing that we have to say as well is, you remember, Davenport did drop some rounds to some broken buys on Vertigo. Those admittedly had SMGs, maybe a spare rifle. There's a little bit more to work with, but for Davenport...
Those were also on the T side, though.
Yeah, but it's not a sure thing. It's not a sure thing. And George about to come into a Tech 9. He's got 1, and the second as well. Well played by Dane. Yes, he gets taken down, but now the crossfire should be fine. Stanislaw can't imagine a world where he gets out of this with more damage. Well, you know, I can't imagine a world, actually. I'm a creative guy. Corn, not interested in that world. Ooh, Stan's world, and we weren't living in it.
Dane's having himself a map, too, so far. Dane and Pugg stepping up big time. Corn again early on. He was a big hero for Davenport in their early streak on Vertigo. Now it's activating Spec, activating the rest of the roster. Starting to challenge EG, who are buying up here. Let's see if that timeout can pay some dividends. George having a bit of a slow start on T-side Overpass as well. Keep an eye on that. Junior and George kind of playing buddy system a lot of times, I'm noticing too. Call it the JJ strat. Walco, tagged down low though, boosting towards water. It's a lot of information for Davenport, and that utility Just going to clue him into a little bit of what's going on. Slower start to the round for EG. Barely any map control. These guys are barely at a T-spawn. Only Stan pushing all the way in towards water, sewer, pipe area. He's got to be careful not to get caught. There's 4 players crunching in on sewers.
Such a heavy emphasis for Davenport, though. I mean, they've left a complete avenue open out towards long. They're making a strong read on this with a minute still in. Player in towards con, player heaven. They're reading this as a full B play, and I'm not sure why. So the space is now being taken towards long. Realizing the issue, maybe Spec's going to rotate, and he is indeed. He'll get the op back on the angle, so it's not any major harm. Right for the moment, but EG have gained a lot of real estate. A lot of ground. The problem is they don't have the utility. They do not have the utility for this, so they're going to be facing into this op likely dry. Fortunately for them, the op is so isolated that if they just trade it 1 for 1, the site should be theirs. Stan's trying to make a late move. Ford's walking into this, but he's got it. He's got the kill. Is that enough to distract it? Pulls the con guy down. It pulls the rotation, and now the hit's going to be on. It's up to these A-site defenders, but there are 2 of them. This is still viable. The bomb plant's almost certainly going to be given over, and indeed Walker will get this. And there's the couple of kills. There's one, a big one. The rotation controlled. Rush has another in towards connector, and it's all falling apart. The op is down, and this was the problem for Davenport. This was the problem. They gave so much space. They invited evil geniuses in, so much so that they didn't even know when EG was on towards the site, and that's where it falls apart.
Yeah, a little bit of a fake from Stan. Rush taking out the con player. And then the kills flying hard and heavy for EG. George and Junior popping off. Rush with the second in the round as well. Corn just has to save now as his teammates have been popped. He's the only Colonel left standing. And it's a good response from EG, although a very close round where if one of those kills goes the way of Davenport, it's probably a completely different round. EG are playing a very fine line. They are walking a tightrope right now. They're still on vertigo. They're still walking above the street 54 floors up.
I wouldn't want to be tightrope walking up there. I don't like heights. You like heights, Pugg?
I don't mind flying, but if it's like a standing structure, not particularly.
Yeah, flying doesn't bug me either. But I mean, like, yeah, if you're standing on the edge of a tall building, does that wake you out?
Not my thing. Yeah. I can't fly, so I'd get a little nervous.
Yeah, I think that's just a rational human response to things.
Yeah, you know, danger, probably not a good thing to do. Although, I love being on the open ocean. I know you do, too.
I do. I do enjoy being in the open ocean, but that's very different. You're in control of things.
Yeah.
I can make a boat go.
And you can swim.
Well, you can't swim on the open ocean. But not long term, at least.
Not long term.
But can make boat go.
Shore in the view. Yeah, make boat go.
George, this is going to be a huge duel with Austin if he chooses to take it. Austin posted on the angle. George clearing out towards bathrooms. And, well, this time they're holding both avenues. But it's a wide peak. And, all right, Austin caught slipping. That's a huge frag found. Now it's going to drag up the defender up towards the upper site to try and support Spec. But in the meantime, losing that initial peak, losing that initial fight, Davenport got to be sweating here a little bit. 45 seconds. Utility thrown in towards B. Is this enough to pull the rotation? Because they're just trying to go up A. Oh, has it done it? It has. Pugg's headed down. It's going to be Spec all on his lonesome on the side. He has been bullied round after round after round, and they're going to do it again. Molotov's on. They spent all their smokes. They're trying to get in position to get this bomb plant in, but a molly into bank means that there should really be no peek here. And with nothing developing through connector as well, this is a tough ask on the retake. They don't have the utility to make this happen. They don't have a smoke for the defuse. Prudence would say you save here for Davenport, even though it's a 4-on-5, even though you've got the numbers. But they're going to try this. They're going to try their luck. See if they can't get through. And Con's trying to become an issue as well. The kills are going against them. It's all falling apart here. Just left to EG.jeorge, and he's just got to try and get away. So instead of saving with 4, they're just going to wind up with 1, trying to slink away with this rifle. And this is Evil Geniuses both pulling into the lead and shattering the economy of Davenport.
Yeah, Davenport eating that CT economy for all it's worth. And EG finally getting back into the win column a couple of rounds in a row. Bullying Spec, the rotation's working, and no save allowed. as George is heating up now. Everybody on EG within 3 kills of each other. It's a phenomenal sign. And for Davenport, you had a little bit of a streak of positivity, and it's just been squashed again. Also, why is there a defuse kit over there?
Don't worry about it. It's a bug.
Yeah, well,
all good.
This isn't a round for Davenport to win.
No, I mean, unlikely. Low percentage.
Very. It's possible.
Gone for the stack. This is the round they choose to get faster, so Stanislaw, goodbye. Okay, all right. Things are getting interesting. Now's the round to rotate up. Here's where EG trying to hit the accelerator with just pistols on the other side. Now they've given up 2 rifles. Over to Davenport. They fly right into a stack. EG.jeorge gone. Just 2 unarmored AKs. There's a chance. There's a world where this happens. Rush is all the way out long, but is he going to realize that Spec has actually gotten 2 bathrooms on him? That peek was ambitious. Pugg trying to find something to hang his hat on, and instead, they're going to find a vacant B site, and Rush is actually flanking the flanker. He doesn't know it, I don't think. I don't know if Spec made noise. But it's only a matter of time now, and oh, Rush has caught this. Spec's just trying to save this gun, and he's not going to be it.
Well, we don't know who watches the watchers. We know who flanks the flanker.
But that round got spicy, though. Heck of a time for EG to decide to up the pace.
Of all the times and places for them to rush. I think it's also because Davenport stacked A fountain the last time they had the pistols. So EG are like, all right, they went A last time. They're probably going to go A again. Davenport like, we went A last time. Let's go B this time. And they get a lot of damage off of it again. Just can't eke out the round. And this buy from Davenport is going to be interesting. They've also called a timeout going to this round, which is a very good call. Settle the troops a little bit, figure out what they want to do, how they want to fix things up. Because going into the T side of Overpass doesn't exactly bode well if they're down by a decent margin. Even 1 round isn't going to be great up against the team that they're up against EG. Get Junior on CT side op. Good luck, have fun. Haven't seen too many cheeky boosts out of EG either. They've been playing pretty much stock standard default Overpass.
Yeah, I mean, why not? But again, falls back to the situation of if, you know, pound for pound, you trust yourself in the fight 3 out of 5 times, you could play that. You can trust your gun. You trust your individuals. Now they're taking some control here outside of the bathrooms. Pressure on Spec. Seen them, I think, but he's not expecting George to be so wide, so down he goes. Austin at least an answer, but they know where Austin is now, and they should be able to beat him towards the site. There's a potential for a pinch with Pugg. This could make things interesting. They have enough flashbangs to at least pose some questions, but they're trying to chase this fight in towards long. They're not going to find it, but a bomb plant should be a comfortable thing. And indeed it is. That Molotov's way too late.
And off the angle, too.
A little bit off the angle. It's just supposed to take with the planner and push them off. The kill on Austin, that makes life so much more difficult. He was the question mark. The X factor into the round, and with him gone, with the bank player lost, it's going to be another save for Davenport. They're backing away. Evil geniuses will, at a minimum, be winning this half, and with the economy still shambolic. Shambles raid. It's looking
Absolute
like
shambles.
It might be a few more rounds. Oh, he still got it. All right. Nice one for Stan.
Yeah, a good bit of extra damage. And Corn should be able to survive. He will. But that's a very small consolation for Davenport. Incredibly minuscule. EG just starting to settle in here. Their timeout very effective. Davenport's can't quite get them anything on the board. And what's the buy going to be like for Davenport? A couple of deagles, a USP on 2, the M4 saved. And the M4 is going down towards B. Austin with the deagle, peeking up towards Fountain, looking for a playground pick. George spotted him and does a lot of that damage. Austin's able to get out of there alive through the fire. He's already been tagged down to 1 HP, essentially. 7 HP, he's a one-shot. That's all that matters, and George almost gets caught. Oh. Wow, that's some good combo damage there for the spec, and then Austin finishes him off nicely with a headshot. Good kill to start things off for Davenport, although getting more than that will be a little bit less likely. The good flash over for Walco, and he does more damage onto Dane. Good solid scale up from EG. Not trying to give the pistols anything to really work around.
Deagle! Deagle! Ah!
Daigle.
Ah! Not quite a 1 deeg. But, shout out to Dane for the assist. Or the kill, rather, and Pugg for the assist. It's all good. It worked. Maybe they can save these rifles. Is it losing the sight? It's even numbers, though. This is kind of interesting. He's completely given up, but Pugg's working his way all the way around. Is this going to be red? Certainly not. How could they read this? Got to be aware of at least the possibility. Smoke's on. Junior might go back to check this, and indeed he is. Oh, doesn't matter. Pugg's already in the angle. Didn't anticipate that. Walco's trying to flank out the flanker. Standing graffiti. He's got one. The second, no. And this is the round? This is the round that Davenport steal through off of little to nothing pistols? A round that should have been done from the beginning? And instead, we might still have a game on our hands here, Boggs.
A little overconfidence from EG, perhaps, but either way, Davenport are able to claw that one away. That's a brilliant thievery from Davenport, and they get the op, they get a couple of rifles out. They're going to be in a decent spot this round. Double op setup coming through here on round 15. EG, of course, they can buy up with all their money. But that's going to sting a little bit for the favorites here, and I think for Davenport, that's a big round for confidence. Say, all right, we did it on the pistols. Let's do it on the rifles now. Do it with the double ops. They've got plenty of kits as well. Good amount of utility. Spec doesn't have any, but of course he does have a zoom banger. That should theoretically help him out, although he's at a very slow CT side, which does not bode well for Davenport. Oh, big miss by Austin. He needs to land that shot on the wide swing out up on top of Flowers. And Junior will take out Spec. Austin blind, though. Eliminates George. Not a bad trade.
Still pressure on Austin. They're playing double ops towards the same site. And goodbye. Junior's happy to collect both those op duels. Double ops just give me a chance to show my form. 2 HP. And they kill Pugg, so it doesn't matter because it's going to be a save. So whatever Junior does, as long as he doesn't stay close to the bomb, it should not make a difference. This bomb is going down, and it's actually the last round of the half, so they're not going to save. Boggs, they can't save. They have to go for it.
They can save.
They shouldn't.
There's no reason to.
You can't take it with you with the glorious halftime break. But
imagine how the meta would change if you could.
I don't want to. That boggles my mind. But a lot of this is going to hinge on whether Junior just pops dangerous as he comes up top. No, he doesn't. Ooh. Junior repositioning right at the wrong moment. Now, we could have a round on our hand. They do have kids, so time is not a huge issue. But with that kill, it's all into Djeorge. They know where he's coming from. They're ready for him. The double swing, no problem. And it's a 9 rounds for Evil Geniuses as we head to the half.
You love it, you wear it. What's your style? Get your merch at shop.eslgaming.com.
3-round lead for EG. Now they head to the more comfortable CT side. Things don't bode well for Davenport, but hey, you know, it wouldn't be a true David and Goliath story if we didn't set up the odds to look bad to start. Do you believe, Boggs?
In David?
In this situation, yeah.
I can't say I do. I think that the Giant is a little too tall in this instance, and I don't think David has a slingshot right now.
It was just a sling, I think.
Oh yeah, it was just a regular sling, not
They
a
had
slingshot.
rubber
You're
yet.
right. Yeah.
For slingshots.
He did pick up 5 stones though, so we'll see. Maybe Davenport can pick up a few more. Or is it 3 stones?
I don't know.
I forget. I forget the details at this point.
Not really up on my scripture.
But I do remember that he's somewhere around 4 cubits tall. So there is that.
Why do you remember that?
Scripted podcasts, Mike.
Oh, George! Spicy race car peak there with the USP, and he's going to get the heck out of here. Trying to keep himself alive to keep the man advantage up into the post plant. Oh, they're going for a boost up. It was spotted. Never mind. Never mind. Forget the boost up. It's just, we can see the plant, and George will just keep killing. Why not? This dude is unreal with the USP. George is lethal. 3 bullets, 3 kills. Why not? Double digits for the evil geniuses.
So that's some George aim right there. He goes in, does a lot of damage. Crispy. And he's just about tied up his top teammate with that 1 round, so he's happy with that. EG very happy with the pistol round, although knowing that the bomb does go down, there's a chance, a very good one, that Davenport forced into this one with Galil's and MAC-10's armor utility. But it's going to be a half from Davenport. They're going to sit on the fence here. Tech 9, Deagles, Glocks, 1 flashbang. Now, they did have success a couple of rounds ago on a broken buy, but it usually tends to be a bit easier when you're on the CT side to get those kinds of victories. And are we going to see a boost here? Junior's taking the drive-by. Stan trying to back him up a little bit. They can get overwhelmed. They're going to have to back away before they get caught and give a gun over towards the Davenport side.
Yeah, they know Specs out here towards long as well, or at least they should have a good idea, but they're not rotating a player up, and they're committing to this fight right now. They're trying to deal with the players coming through party. Ooh, that makes things awkward. Stand down. Junior's in a really tough spot here. Is he aware that he could be flanked out? Well, he just kills everyone at the front. Ah, the flank does come through, but at least it's a 2v2. Still, this is spicy. This would be a massive coup for Davenport, but they have to go back for the bomb. And Austin, yeah, he's going to be able to retrieve a gun in the meantime, but he's actually going to go B, trusting that his teammate is selling this well enough. But Spec now dead, they'll realize that the bomb is at least going down. That's money secured for Davenport, and a chance for Austin to be the hero here. This is a round they could desperately use. It's already fairly successful. But if he pulls this off, it's downright miraculous. Checking Evan, not seeing anybody, Austin. Wanting to play this fight straight out. There's the spot, now they know. They know where he's playing from. Smokes aren't really that helpful in this situation. They're just going to go forth for the kill, and Austin will take both. Dancing around the pillar. His aim was good. His aim was true. Call him David, because in this round, at least he has taken down the Goliaths of EG.
Another hero play from Austin. We've seen it a few times across this series. He's had to step up. He has brought honor to our name. So, he's doing good. Just needs some friends to help out. Huge round for EG to gain, though. For Davenport. Now EG are forcing up. Deagle, 5.7s, P250. It's going to be a pretty rough round for him. But we just seen Davenport pull it off. We saw EG do it on Vertigo. This could start the war of attrition. This could start a bare-knuckle street fight between these two teams. But those types of round swings don't normally favor the team on the CT side. Opportunity for Davenport here. Dane can't get the kill there. George is going to follow it up, charging in with a 5.7, but he thinks better of oversticking his neck. Doesn't want to get it lopped off. He'll stay alive as Davenport's scaling towards A Junior. If he wins this fight against Spec, he gets the tag at the very least. That's good damage. Just needs to do a little bit more.
It's going to put them on notice. So Junior can get his sightline set up for this approach. On to A. This scout can do a lot of damage. Tons of smoke. Where there's smoke, There's a couple of kills. That's how the saying goes. The bodies are here. Legs are sticking under said smoke. Goodbye, George. And Junior, well, he's finding a ton of damage, but if there's no one actually alive to bring those through to kills, it just doesn't matter. They're actually rotating B just to avoid this Junior scout. And Stanislav's been pulled up, so it's the right call for sure. They're going to find a vacant site and a bomb plant alongside it.
And presumably a save from EG.
Maybe.
There's no reason to throw these guns out.
Yeah. Not a ton to show for it. If they could kill Austin, he's low, he's vulnerable, he's alone. Then you got an A1S. That would be huge. Be a great find. So
Yeah, I mean, they're not going to buy up next round regardless.
It's got to be a little intimidating when you're in the server and you pick up your opponent's gun and it's a major souvenir gun. You know?
Probably.
Flex
with
on
that player's name on it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's got to be intimidating when you're going into the server knowing you're up against a major winner.
Well, there's the A1S saved. Don't believe anyone's going to be able to catch him. So that is going to be a nice gun taken through to the next round, but it is the only one.
That's the old NIP logo on there, too. That might be a Rush Optic souvenir, as a matter of fact. Nice little find for Junior to hold on to. It is an Optic Rush sticker. What, is that Cologne 2016?
Couldn't tell you. But I can tell you
Where's JRT when we need him?
is if the gun points at the head and they go click, and the other person die.
Oh. What about the nades, though?
Not quite the kill just yet, but my goodness, that puts Junior on notice. I love that nade set when your opponent has one saved rifle. You're like, all right, what could the possible boost spots be where they try and maximize this rifle? Just nade the heck out of them.
Yep. Now, do they expect the map boost is the other question. And a philosophical question for you. If an HE goes off on a Counter-Strike map and no one is around to take damage, does it actually explode?
Yes, because the server records it. So there is actually a record and evidence, unlike the tree falls in a forest situation, right? Like, you can go back in the demo and see it.
That is true.
Yeah.
Can't do demos in real life.
I like the idea. Demos in real life when? Patch notes, please?
There was a blizzard warning in Los Angeles, California overnight. So I think the devs are up to some weird stuff right now.
Blizzard in LA?
It didn't actually blizzard, but there was a blizzard warning.
Huh. Is a blizzard in LA like a half-inch of snow?
It was a full-on Weather Channel blizzard warning.
Huh. Well, that would be very interesting to see.
It would shut the whole city down for sure.
Oh, I mean, certainly. Never seen palm trees in a blizzard.
Yeah, I wonder how they do.
Not great.
There's an awful lot of them around there.
Either way, round win for Davenport. They'll close the lead to just one. No real impact for the rifle in this one, but it does mean that the rifle will likely live to fight another day.
What is going on?
They're trying to work out some sort of cheeky boost here, and it is not working.
Well, at least the rifle saves, so there's something. No op for Junior, though. That's going to be a bit unfortunate. Would like to see him with that on the CT side. Full buy for Davenport. FAMAS is out for EG. Walco should have something drop for him. M4 on the ground, and he picks that one up. One kit on Walco. Not a must-win round just yet for EG, but for Davenport, a lot of importance on these next few rounds. This is where they can try and scale this one into a map 3. This is their chance to take control of this map on the T side. It is their better side on this map. By actually a significant margin, 60% versus 41.7 on the CT side. But it is also a solid side for EG on the CT side, 56. No. Don't normally see an overpass being T-sided, and that's a good start by Rush. Good flash from George. But does Rush expect the backstab coming down the stairs? Or maybe down the ladder? Specs flashed in. Surely he doesn't drop down with the op. Rush gets a second. That's huge. And he's still expecting the ladder play. Knows the flash is there. And Spec wisely decides not to pressure that.
This is not just about the kills as well. It's wasting so much time. Davenport have to respect the position. They know he's still there. Completely freezes up Austin. He'll finally at least get that kill, be able to come do something here. 35 seconds. They gotta go. They gotta go. They're not gonna expect this boost up. That's a kill for Walt. Go, and now pressure on for these last players. He works his way over. Molotov should at least allow them for a blown plant, but for EG, it's about the round win. They're okay with conceding the plant.
Bomb has been planted.
They need this win. It's looking all right for them.
Only 2 smokes for the retake, though. It's going to be dry fights.
Stan needs to get a move on. He needs to be the person to distract from the rest of his teammates getting forward. He's now made noise, so they're aware of it. That's ideal, though. It pulls the op off the angle. Spec's committed in. That's a huge kill for Junior. Leaves Spec all on his own. And there's just no way he's going to be able to get enough bullets down range to contend with that one. So a 1-for-1 trade there. Very comfortable for EG to take the round win. Keep 3 alive. Gain the op even. It's all good.
It's great. It's phenomenal. They get the op. They get the rifles. A couple AKs, always nice. And they cut Davenport's streak down to size a little bit. That T-side economy, though, still fantastic. 3K plus on 4 players alive. They can still buy into the next round, even if they lose it. But I don't think Davenport are looking to lose any rounds anytime soon. They need to get back in the win column. They need Spec to step it up. Oh, nade. Nope, Junior's actually the one to take a bit of damage. That Molotov fades. He goes through with the op. Very aggressive. Has to be careful not to get punished, though. The confidence is building for Davenport, but they back out. They clip it into reverse. 2-1-2. Very passive default towards B. A bit of long control. Stan can counter, but he gets chased off.
We're 15 and we haven't had first blood just yet. It's another very slow round here on Overpass.
Lots of them.
Yeah. This has been a very
Too many.
grinding show. As fast as Vertigo was, as slow as this map is, but the spray down from Rush! Oh my goodness! The wombo combo there spots the bomb as well, so now for Davenport it's about recovery. Spec just trying to get this C4, just trying to get any sort of control back into this round, and look at how spread out Davenport are. They're not in position at all to make a move on towards the site. Dangerous, he'll get one, but it's harassment damage as much as anything. 35 seconds to go. I mean, with the timing, you'd imagine they're going to have to go in towards A. But no, they're going to go for the rotation. That'll leave no time to spare. And George, he's still the fly in the ointment. He's still here towards the B site. And he's going looking. No, they are redoubling towards A. They've realized the situation. They realize that would be absolute madness. It's still going to be madness. 15 seconds. I'm not even on the site. Good luck on this one. Flashbang's there, full panic on, Corns drop the bomb, it's over. No time. Literally not enough clock, and they're all going to die, at least mercifully, before the timer runs out. Oh! I've had a muted Boggs here. I was listening to a wonderful lecture here, folks. And you all were listening to the sound of silence. So, welcome back, Boggs.
Yeah, I'm back. Man, I liked that picture.
Which picture? Picture you were painting?
Yeah.
A word picture. Well, it's a picture that Davenport are hoping that they can get out of, because right now, this is looking a little dire.
Yeah.
Junior?
They're in the lion's den.
Gonna have contact here again. Oh, he's giving himself a chance. Gonna get swung upon, still finds his, and gets out. And now from up connector, Stanislaw takes 2. Oh, critical frags coming through. Stan's gonna need to go low. That one's gonna go the way of Corn. Just barely. A squeaker for sure, but a minute on the clock. A 2v4 to try and figure out. Corn on 12 points of health. It's, again, just an absolutely dire situation for Davenport to try and unravel.
112 HP combined. Corn a one-shot. Does not bode well. No HGs at the very least to worry about, but it does not look like a winnable round for Davenport, and their money. It's at the end if it's stretch. No quantitative easing for them to get a bye into the next round either. It's just going to have to be whatever they can afford, and probably conceding a 14th to EG unless the Pistols can work their magic again. Davenport. You're stuck in the lion's den here. And the flashes in don't even facilitate a take. The time so low again. 12 seconds. They're not even on the site proper. Junior just making a distraction. Dane's up on site. No scope onto Dane. And Walco onto Corn. Oh, boy.
Well, Junior continues to have a really strong run of form. 20 and 10. Again, that was actually a scoreline from Vertigo. So unless he doesn't get a kill or die, he's likely going to outperform that one.
Good.
Be impressive if he
Wanted
managed
better.
to just not be involved in the next 3 rounds.
I don't know if that would be possible the way this game's been unfolding.
It'd be unlikely. Improbable. Possible, though? Certainly. 3 B hits in a row where they just get massacred? Sure.
What's this? And why is this a thing?
Round not live? No, round's live. Just trying to waste some time.
Why?
I don't
They're
know.
not going to push you.
I don't know what that was about. But either way, they come out. Maybe they're hoping that a player sets up aggro towards bench, and then they can surprise them, catch them off, and now death ball through. There's some sort of an idea behind that one. And here we go. Junior already outperforming Vert. He's out. He's out. He got his. He got back. That should be a bomb plant. Don't fight the bomb forward, please. Just don't fight the bomb forward. It's the only blunder they can make. They've got a bomb plant here. Question is, could they actually hold on to this? Guns in the hands of Austin. Rifle picked up. There's flashes to get back here, but there's no mollies. There are smokes to allow the defuse in. So now that they've got a toe hold in, you could potentially actually just get onto that bomb, and that's a deep. You're going to start to pressure early on. Huge kill on the long player. Now you just have to worry about the close ones. No problem. Now they're going to be on the defuse. They get the kill regardless. Oh my goodness. The brief window of hope. A bomb plant at the least, but 14 rounds on the board for EG. And this is once again looking dominant.
I would say at least they get the money for an op, but the op hasn't really had too much impact for Davenport. In fact, that's like the one thing they're missing.
Yeah, it's been a rough day for Spec.
Yeah,
Rough day in the office.
for sure. And contrary, Junior's just been having himself a field day. Steady, not dying, picking off players here and there, getting those kills, falling back. Goes aggressive, doesn't land that shot. Flashes out, rush there to support, also blinded. Stand up towards long, might take an aggressive angle. But Davenport are watching for it.
Junior set up on this with him.
Yeah, this is a good double up with rush out towards Divider. I like this A set a lot from EG. And they even have the B pressure from Walco, just kind of clearing out things and making sure nothing's crazy going on. I like this audible from EG, mixing things up, putting a little more pressure towards A.
Is Junior holding utility, or is he just playing anti-flash off of Stan? Oh,
I think
there
he's
it
playing
is.
anti.
Now he's in towards bathrooms. If they come through one way or another, they're going to find contact. There's the move. Junior hits it blind. No problem. Able to back away. Gets the molly down as well. This actually provides room for Rush to rumble. They're past Rush. Well, no, not quite. He gets his. He gets 2. Why not? A spam through the wall for Spec. least keeps this from being completely one-sided, but it's not looking good. They know they're hemmed in. They know they're flanked. All but certainly. And so for Davenport, there is no safe haven. There is no safe quarter. Whichever side they try and plant this bomb on, there's going to be pressure on, so Korn will go forward to provide it. That's what they needed. A bomb now down on Optimus. A chance here. At the very least, it's more than you could say about most of these rounds. So that was a massive kill from Korn, an immense one. And George is just now making his way towards the upper site, so he's slow into it. There's going to be time. This is getting really interesting. They're dug in like ticks, trying to just stay alive, trying to stay afloat here. Spec has been checked just down to the bank player, and the bank player is gone. George, he may have come in late, but he was so good when he did, and plenty of time for the defuse. Map and match point found. One of the next 6 needed for EG to put this one to bed.
It's a lot of gap for Davenport, and again, they find themselves in that comeback situation. Not where they wanted to be at this point in the game. The chasm could be too far for them to cross. Junior and company. Just dealing with every threat. Yeah, bomb plant. Cool. Get some AKs. Still doesn't count as a round on the board. There's only so many small Pyrrhic victories you can take. And Junior takes 2 down with him at stairs, still holding the aggressive angle, peeking around for the third. It's Spec sweating around the corner, peeks in, destroyed and demolished. Junior with 3, on for the ace, although the last 2 players from Davenport on the other side of the map. Junior with the bomb, Rush with the kill, all down to Korn, but I think he's been plucked. EG have this one on lock. It's Walco with the finish, and Evil Geniuses dispatched Davenport University with relative ease here on Overpass.
That was a clinic from Junior. I mean, we built it up in the pregame that this is the level of competition he once upon a time dominated on. And back here, he just looks so comfortable within this EG Black roster. I mean, that was phenomenal on Overpass. He actually had his same deaths as Vertigo, only 10 deaths. This time, 26 kills. Top of the board. 46 kills across 2 maps. Dominant.